Soundtrack to the love we make. Let your love flow and shower us. Let your love flow and shower us.
Peace and love, peace and love. Let me put this on. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm sitting outside this morning. Just enjoying the breeze. Had some an errand to run this morning, so up doing that. And now I'm just kind of relaxing and enjoying some of this fresh air before I go to work. I've been sitting here like watching some videos. Is something on me? I'm not sure. I don't know. It looked like it was, but I don't know. So yeah, I've been watching some videos this morning, and just kind of processing. And I believe I'm seeing like the evolution or elevation, or both. Oh no, I'm trying to think like which word best describes. Maybe both. I don't know. Maybe y'all decide. Evolution or elevation. But yeah, so I believe that I'm beginning to observe or witness the evolution or elevation of my being. Like, today is July the 21st, 2022, 7/21/22. I was just trying to see what that looked like. But on this day, you know, I believe I'm beginning to understand the evolution or elevation of my being. And maybe I've had other times of feeling this, but it's like today marks a new level of understanding, I believe. Because I think that's what I'm seeing. Like, and I'm going to explain the best I can. So like I said, this morning I woke up, I had an errand to run, but before and after I've been like watching videos. Excuse me. Tell y'all them allergies been, you probably hear it too, like my voice, but allergies are winning. But I believe today marks a new level of understanding, because in the videos that I watched this morning, up to this point, everything kind of boiled down to what I believe I now understand. And it's not just today. It's really been the past couple weeks. I mean, I really could say this whole year, just with some of the things I've done this year. Things that have helped to strengthen me, and things I've experienced this year, the things I've gone through, the things that I've learned to understand through all of that. I feel that today marks a day of evolution or elevation. Not that any of my actions today have been different, but my understanding of myself, of where I am today and what I'm on the verge of, that understanding, I believe, is what I feel marks today. Because I think I understand myself deeper today. And like what I'm even doing right now, I've got a couple of things that I'm wanting to do right now. Goals, personal goals, right? And we could probably say, let's just say 5 goals. And I don't want to say probably, because then it sounds like I don't really know what those goals are. So maybe I do need to number them. Just that way I can have evidence for people that need evidence. I don't need the evidence. But the videos will be evidence. The videos, and I don't like the word evidence, but I mean, people like to see things before they believe it. So the video helps us to date these things, to date these conversations, to date these understandings. People can go back in time and see old videos and watch up to this point, and they will see the evolution or elevation. And then that'll explain, for those who don't understand, what I'm experiencing at this very moment. I didn't even know. Y'all don't be believing, man. I know it's hard too, because it's like some of these things have hard to believe power. But once you begin to experience it, it becomes less and less hard to believe. And just, your gratitude and your understanding just grows with each experience. Because it does have the power to wow you. It does have the power to make it hard to believe. But it becomes more and more believable the more that you actually go through these things. It's not so hard to believe now, but I understand it. I understand people having man, that's hard to believe type of attitude or feeling about what I'm saying, that this point comes in your life. I mean, and not to say we all have the same path, but I believe if you are yourself personally choosing a path of elevation or expansion, I think that if you're attaining things. Y'all don't get super religious on this word I'm about to use. If you are attempting to move righteously and attain things, you're going to have to elevate your thinking and your being to be able to know how to will those things in. Will, W-I-L-L, putting in the work to bring about. My dog. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm coming. Wait. She got a potty. But, man, I don't want to have to rush this. I'm going to try to take my time, and if she barks again, then I'll see. I'll see. Okay, so, no, I'm not better than, this is not that. This is me I actually was inspired to turn the camera on. I was outside anyway. I was inspired to turn the camera on. I turned the camera on. I began to talk. Didn't know exactly what we were about to talk about. I just was talking about how my day started, but the words now are leading me to talk about what I'm currently experiencing, like right now, like this moment of enlightenment or whatever I feel that I just felt. That's where we are currently. Storyline as to why we're even talking about this. Y'all, I'm telling you, man, you might not always know the answer when you start. You might not know the answer when you start, but you gotta start. You gotta start. So I started doing videos. I started speaking this morning, and that's where we are now. I'm explaining that I'm currently feeling or believing that I'm experiencing an evolution or elevation in my being, because I see the path that I'm on. I see the steps I've been taking, and I'm even seeing with that the next move is really always on me. It's always just me, just moving. Like not even always knowing the answer, or not even knowing what the next step will be, but just trusting it and just taking that step, like stepping out on faith. That's something we learn in church, right? Step out on faith. What does that really mean? Like, yeah, I know when the pastor said it sound good, it feel good, and you enjoy being a part of that when other people around you are clapping and you're clapping, and it's saying that we agree on that. What the pastor just said, I agree with you. We both clap. We both, amen. That's right, pastor. Like we both feel that is some power there. But what does it really mean to step out on faith? What does that really look like? What does stepping out on faith feel like? To me, it feels like, it looks like taking a step when you don't know what the next step will be. But at the end of the day, it's all about whether or not you step. I can clap all day. I can amen all day. I can agree with you all day. I can say, yeah, man, you're right about that all day. But if I don't step, I'm not going to experience it. And reality is every time I step, I step. So it's like, why not step more often? Why not step more often? My eyes look crazy. This one has been like, I got these allergy drops. Cause I'm really being affected right now. Like cutting this grass, and these allergies just been hitting real hard this year. So doing the best I can with that. But y'all, it's like y'all just need to see what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to do. And it's not being boastful. It's really it's not about me. None of this is about me. I just believe so deeply that my experiences in life are to help other people. That I'm really sharing it for you to know how great you are. I don't want y'all to get caught up in it being me, because I'm really just a piece of the puzzle, you know. I'm only bringing certain messages, you know. There are other people that are gonna bring other messages that will just remind you of who you are. When you put all the pieces together, it begins to remind you of who you are. How big you used to dream, you know, when you were younger. Before life hits you and made you start rethinking your dreams, you know, minimizing your dreams. You know, as a kid, when you would play by yourself or play with friends, you had the ability to create anything. It all came from your mind. You know, being able to see one thing with your physical eye, but see another thing with your mind, your spiritual eye. In your hand, you might have 2 toy cups, But in your mind as a child, you had two large glasses. You know, the adult mind sees the plastic eggs and bacon and toast on the plastic plate, but the child sees hot, cooked, prepared food that they just cooked for you in the kitchen, the toy kitchen. You're, as an adult, as a parent, you take the time out to spend time with your child and play with your child, to detach from your world, to play with your child. But you saw plastic on the plate. But your child saw hot. You probably need to blow these eggs out before you eat them. I just cooked them. They just came out the frying pan. You might want to blow these eggs and blow your toast, and that bacon gonna be hot, you know. In their mind, and what they saw. But as with your adult mind that has been adulting, you know, it's just some plastic toys on a plate. So, you know, if we were to ever get back to our childlike imaginations and how great we saw ourselves, and we wanted to be these things, whatever we wanted to be, but we could create it, we could see it, we could envision it, we could take some blankets, and y'all know if y'all grew up like I did, you can make tents, and you know what I'm saying, you can make an airplane, you can make all these, you can be a doctor, you can be a Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, you can be whatever superstar, Michael Jackson, whoever you wanted to be, you could become them. And to an outside eye who is not tapped in and tuned in to what you own, they might just see a little kid spinning and dancing around. But you saw yourself as Michael Jackson, or I mean, whatever y'all generation, whoever was that star, James Brown, Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, Usher, and I'm naming males because I'm a male, but you know, whatever fits your who you wanted to be. When you were little, like who was that role model you looked up to? You wanted to be like whoever that person is, whatever superstar, cartoon character, book character. I mean, whoever you wanted to be, you could be them. And all you had to do was become. I am them. I look just like them. In your mind, you did though. And that's what made you run faster and jump higher and do all these things that you believe, because you believed them and you saw yourself as that and you became that. But somewhere on your journey, you lost that way of thinking. You lost that belief in yourself. And you minimalized, you reduced yourself down to just a regular old person. But it's always been about you. You though, not about me. It's been about you. You have to be reminded of who you once were. And you have to know, and I'm not talking about the person that you didn't like about yourself, though, the person that you've been, that you know, you didn't mean to be or didn't want to be, or, you know, not that person. I'm talking about that innocent child you. You know, we've all had that person before we became whatever we became. We had an innocent child, period. And we had great, vivid imaginations. And we could become whatever we wanted to become. All we had to do was become it. like a superpower. And that is your superpower. That's your superpower. The superpower is remembering that and returning to that ability to make, manifest, to will into existence anything that you believe with your mind. So this morning, and all that I've had going on and all that I've been involved in and had to do, and sitting outside and thinking over what I've read and what I've seen and what I have studied and what I have sat with the past couple of weeks, and the decisions that I'm about to make, the things that I'm about to do, and thinking over all of that, I came to the understanding that all of the things that I want to do, everything that I plan to do, the things that I see and want for myself and my future, all have come or will come once I will it, once I do it, once I take that step, once I move. Every time I move, I move. So I'm remembering who I am, who I was, and I'm understanding it by being able to look back over my life and see the steps I've made, to see when I've had those moments of overcoming, and when I've had those elevations, what have they been? What has caused them? What has led me to those places? Well, it's whenever I sit and think and look back over and I understand what's happening, it's like I understand that all of this, any success that I've had, has come from me stepping, doing, becoming, just being. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. And I could break down why I'm saying this, like, and I mean, I tried to explain it. You know, I don't know if that was, if everybody got what I'm saying right now. Like, I'm not a person. There she go. Okay, so she ready. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So okay, I got you this time. I'm coming for real. I'm wrapping up. I'm coming. All right. So she's not gonna wait long. I'm coming. I promise. All right. So what I want you to understand is that I just did this morning. I turned on the camera. Right. I was just in my thoughts, but it's like record. Don't even know what I'm about to say. I just start speaking, and we end up going through all this that I talked about. You know, but the point I want you to understand is it's not about me. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Don't view me in speaking these videos as somebody that you're looking up to and like, man, I want to be where he is one day. I'm just a messenger telling you that whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to become, is up to you. And all you got to do is step, you know, but you may not just first, I mean, hopefully some of you do. Day one, just say, I want to be that, and just step fully into that. And one day, if you do though, I want you to hit me up, because I want to know how, because I want to learn those techniques, you know, if that exists. But for me, it's just been a journey, like a process from point A to point B to point C to point D. And, you know, you just one step at a time, but set a step, set a goal, put something out there, and go get it. Don't get discouraged. Don't get knocked off. Although things will happen and things will come up, don't let anything totally take you off that. Give yourself some deadlines. Maybe not give the world your deadlines, you know what I'm saying, because they looking like, I thought you said you're going to have it on this day, but hold yourself accountable, you know what I'm saying. Give yourself some time, like a goal. Give yourself a time frame on it. I want to accomplish it by this time, and really step out there and do it. And no matter what comes is thrown at you at life, any obstacle, any challenge, any heartbreak, anything that comes your way, any loss, you still find within yourself the ability to stay focused on your goal and achieve that goal. When you achieve each goal you achieve, it gives you this new fire, you know what I'm saying, and this elevation and this new, more power, your superpower gets strengthened, and now you can go do another goal, and you go, this one, you can really just, you know, to eventually you just like, just do anything, you know what I'm saying, like, and not in arrogance, and I was being silly, but I'm serious, it's like, that's the message. Everything you want to do, anything you want to do, it's up to you. If you're willing to step, though, you got to step. You can sit and get caught in your thoughts and think about all the things that could go wrong or what might not happen. It might not make it. I might not do it. Or you could just say, I'm doing it. Y'all, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. So, you know, evolution, elevation, it's whatever you want to call it, you know, but it comes from just doing it. You do it, whatever it may be for you, you do it, and once you do it, you start to see it and you understand it. It's like all I had to do was do it. I hope this made sense. I gotta take her to the potty, or she gonna get real upset. All right, so I told y'all before, just do it, but now, like, I'm doing it, and as I'm doing it, I'm understanding that evolution of my being is happening live. I'm seeing this growth, and because I'm coming into these understandings that now, next thing I do, I ought to be able to just do that. You feel me? I ought to be able to just do that. Peace and love, y'all. I hope that made sense.